Okay, so we are live, and let's go and continue with our neetcode challenge. And let's see this question. So here we need to write functions as a reverse string. The input string is given as an array of character S. You must do this by modifying the input array in place. Okay, so we have, for example, hello, and we need to modify the string. So how it's possible? So we just swap each of these letters until we will with two pointers with the start and end until we will reach the middle element. And middle we actually don't need to swap. So we start with first at 0 and a second one at length -1. And while j minus I is greater than 1, we actually do this swap. So first we have our temporary char at I, S and I, and then we put S and I, we put S and J, and then we do like S plus plus, and then we put on S and J, we put this TMP, of course, and then we do S I plus plus and J minus minus, and we actually return, we don't return, we just, do it in place. So once again, we have I and J. While it's greater than 1, we do swap. So that's it. And let's submit. Okay, so here we have some problem. Okay, and why we have this problem? So use test case. Let's run. Okay, so it's greater than 0. And let's submit. Yeah, so I think that we left with actually two elements that should be swapped. So for sure it should be greater than 0. Yeah. So quite easy. So we just done this, and let's go to the next one. A phrase is palindrome if, after converting all uppercase letters into lowercase letters and removing all non-alphabetic characters, it reads the same forward and backwards. Alphanumeric characters include letters and numbers. Given a string S, we have to return true if it's palindrome, false otherwise. So for example, we have a man, a plan, a canal, Panama. We return true because it's a palindrome. All right. So what we should do? First, we should eliminate all our values, like eliminate all non-characters values, and to make uppercase as lowercase, right? So what we do? So first we create another string with string builder. Why with string builder? Because with string builder it's better to append here. And then we iterate over our string. We take one char S with S char at I, char at an I, and if C minus I is greater than or equal to 0, or c minus I is less or equal to 26, then we just append this c. Else if so we need to analyze. So if c minus a is greater or equal to 0, or c minus a is less or equal to 26, so it means it's uppercase. So we need to append c we need to append c to lowercase, but I need to see this ASCII table to understand how to do this. Let's check. Okay, so for example here, so A and B, and what's the difference between them? So A it's 96 and this one is 65. So the difference between them, so I need to add to this one the difference between this. So 90 minus 60, it would be 30, right? And then I need to add more 2, right? 32. So here I should do like c plus 32 and to char. I need to do like this, and else I just skip here these two values. And then I do a palindrome check. So I have int as 0 and j as length -1, and while j -1 is greater than 0, I just check. I just do check if s char at I is not equal to s char at j, I return false. Otherwise, I just move I and move j. Here I return true. And also, so that's it. Let's run. So I believe here we have some problems. So let's just print it's out. So system out println. So let's print our So the problem here is that we need to update our SB to string, and here I want to print my S. What if I will print SB here? Interesting. How it's possible? How it's possible that we have this one is in SB? Interesting. Let's also print here C. Let's, for example, print for yeah, this one. Yeah, let's print like this: C plus that equal to this one. So I definitely have some problems here. I definitely have some problems here. Yeah, I need this one, and also I need here minus A. And yeah, let's go. We don't need here. Let's go here. So it's and. Here it's and. Okay. So now it's correct. So now it's correct. And when I have this equal to 0, I actually put it here. And if I will copy this one, so I definitely have the correct one. And now I will just remove this one. So the problem was that I have not, or I should have, yeah, I should have AND operator. Now it works, and let's run and submit. Output is true, but should be false. P. Okay, why it should be false? Because we have only one P here. So this one we skip, right? And let's check our submissions. It looks like the same, right? So we have string builder, we just add, we add values here, and we do some transformations. The same. Okay. Yes, it looks like the same. Looks like the same. Maybe here I missed some value. Yeah, so I think that should work something like this. So let's copy paste this one here, and it should work. Yeah, so we see that we add 32, and definitely here we just check this values, right? Okay, so we definitely, yeah, completed this, but just some ASCII table things is not working. So let's go to the next one. So valid palindrome 2, given S, return true if S can be palindrome after deleting at most one character from it. So we have ABA, so we just return true. AB, AA, then we have BC, and you could delete the character C, or also we can delete B as well, right? Then A, B, AC, A, B, AC, B. So I think the main problem here is what character we should remove, right? What character we should remove here. But does it actually make sense? Like what character we should remove? So for example, we have A, then we have B in the middle, and then we have C, C, D, and C and B, right? Something like this. So in this case, it does matter like what we will remove. So if we have, for example, 2 pointers, so we move this one and we move this one, so we see that they are both like not correct. So we need to actually to remove one of them. And if we will remove this one, then it will work. If we will remove this one, it will not work. So we need to check, I believe, the next element, and if it's equal to the current one, then we just remove. Yeah. So the logic is the following. So we have 2 pointers, and while j minus l is greater than 0, we just take a character of left, it would be s char at I, and char j, it would be s char at j. And also we need to have some boolean flag removed, and by default it would be false, right? And here, if L is equal to J, then we just move I++ and J++. Else, it means that we need to remove. It means that we need to remove, and for example, else if let's say like this, if remove, so if we previously removed, we just return false. If not, then we check if j minus I is equal to 1, we return true, because it doesn't matter like which we will remove. Otherwise, we actually should decide which one we will move. So we will take element, so if I plus 1 is L is equal to S char at I plus 1 here, so it means, for example, BB, it means that we need to remove J, and we put always remove to true, because we remove in here. Else we do I++, and here we return true. Yep, so let's run this. should be right. Okay. Remove. Removed. Okay. Out of bound. Yes, so we need one. And here we have S char J. Okay, J XR. Okay. Okay, let me analyze like why it doesn't work, because here it's 0, here S length -1, so it should be the last element. Then here I have 3 minus 0, so not 3 but 2, because -1. 2, so here I have 0 and here I have 2. So I don't understand why it telling me 3. Why it telling me 3? Because I have S ABBA and J S length -1. Let's print it out. And here we will print J. And we'll see. Because something I don't... Yeah, so I have J is equal to 2. Index 3 out of length 3. Remove false. J -1. And I try to get J. That it's currently 2. Okay, let me... Yeah, sorry. Sorry for this, yeah. It's probably quite late today. And let's submit. We have some wrong answer. Expected true. Okay, so yeah, so it's not very actually simple one. It's not very simple one. So when it's not equal, we need to do both scenarios. So we need to do one scenario when we remove and another scenario when we are not removing. So if they become not equal, we first try to go to the right. So remove left and remove right. And here we have result, and result equal to one of these versions, and then we just return result. Yeah, so we return result from here. So if we remove left, so let's call just to remove functions. So if we remove left, so it means that we have our string and we have I plus 1 and j. And here we have string I and j minus 1. Here we now need to implement Boolean function that will call remove. And in this Boolean function we have string s and integer I and integer j. We already have them, and we can have the same logic here, right? So we check both if they equal, else we return false. Otherwise we return true. And we check both these options. Let's run once again. Time limit. Okay. Here we should return. Here we return true. And submit. Yeah, so we run successfully. Let's check what we have submissions earlier. So for example, here, yeah, so we have once again these two checks. What we have earlier. Yeah, also two checks. Do we have some editor? No. Simple and easy. Yeah, so also again two checks. Yeah, so we are done. We are done with this algorithm. So we see that we need these two while loops. Maybe we can simplify this somehow, but yeah, in general we are done. And I think that's all for today. Thank you and see you tomorrow.